Hi, this is Andrew Soss with the Soss Mortgage Team at Benchmark Mortgage in Newport Beach, Southern California's first-time homebuyer experts. Today I want to take just a few minutes of your time to talk to you about the most powerful first-time homebuyer program that's available in today's market, the Mortgage Credit Certificate, also known as the MCC. And at the end of this video, there will be a link to our website where you can schedule a time to talk with me so that we can go over your specific scenario to determine which of all of our first-time buyer programs, including the MCC, might be the best one for you. Okay, the MCC. The MCC is unique in the world of first-time homebuyer programs because it's the only program that's not geared towards helping you with down payment, but rather its focus is on lowering your monthly mortgage obligation on an ongoing basis. Here's how it works. When you qualify for the MCC, you get a rebate of 20% of the mortgage interest that you pay every year in the form of a tax credit that offsets the amount of taxes that you owe to the federal government. Here's an example. Let's say you purchase a home for $400,000 at a 4.5% interest rate. And let's say you put a 3% down payment. So your loan amount would be $388,000. The annual interest that you would pay in year one on that loan would be right around $17,000. So when you go to file your taxes in April of the next year, you will reduce your total tax liability by $3,400. And that's simply the $17,000 that you paid in interest times the 20%. So that means you got $3,400 worth of benefit for having this program. So if you would have owed the federal government at the end of the year $2,000, when you add in the $3,400 benefit, you now are going to get a refund of $1,400. And the best part is that you still get to use your mortgage interest write-off for the remaining 80% of your mortgage interest that you didn't get back dollar for dollar. So in that example that we gave you, the $3,400 in savings for the MCC tax credit equates to about $280 a month. To put that in perspective, if you were to try to get a mortgage that would save you the same $280 a month on that same $400,000 purchase with 3% down, you'd have to get a 30-year fixed rate at 3.25%. And unless you have a time machine, that loan's not available. And remember, that's just the first year. You get to claim the MCC credit for as long as you have this loan and as long as you're owner occupying this house. So that means that if you buy this house as an owner occupant, which it's required for the program, 5 years down the road you decide to buy another house and rent this one out, at that point you can no longer claim the credit. But as long as you have this same loan and as long as you are occupying this as your primary residence, you get to claim that credit every single year. Now, that credit will reduce a little bit every year because you're going to be paying your loan down. But it's still a super powerful credit. It's the most powerful first-time buyer program that is available for the long run. So what's the catch? There has to be a catch, right? Well, there are 4 qualifying factors you will need to meet in order to qualify for the MCC. Number 1, you have to be a first-time buyer. Well, pretty obvious. What is defined as a first-time buyer? Well, it's somebody who hasn't owned a home as a primary residence in the last 3 years. That means that you could have owned a primary residence more than 3 years ago and sold it and been renting for 3 years, or that means that you can currently own a rental property as long as you weren't living in it for any time during the last 3 years, and you would qualify as a first-time buyer. Qualifier number 2, you have to purchase a home underneath the maximum purchase price limit as set by CalHFA, who's the regulator for this program, and that varies from county to county. Qualifier number 3, and this is the big one, you have to have income less than 120% of the area median income for the county in which you are purchasing. These limits are based on the number of people that are in your household, so it counts if you have kids or you have maybe parents or someone else that's living with you. So it's the total number of people in the household as well as who is going on the loan. So The details on the income calculations can get a little bit complicated, so make sure you give us a call and we'll walk you through it. And the fourth and final qualifier to qualify for the MCC is an easy one. There is a fee to participate in the program. It's a one-time fee of between $450 or $750 depending on the program that you're going with. Also remember that we can layer the MCC on top of any of the other first-time buyer programs that we have, including some that allow you to get into a property with zero down. Remember, we are experts in the Southern California first-time home buyer market. This is just one of the many programs that we have available. All of our other programs help towards the down payment assistance, meaning they will help give you money toward your down payment and towards closing costs, so you don't have to sell your left kidney in order to get into a house. To set up a time to chat with us to determine which of these programs you may or may not qualify for, we would love to talk to you. Feel free to just go right to our website. It's right here, www.andrewsoss.com. Click on the Contact Us button, leave your information. We'll call you back right away. Or you can always simply call us direct, 949-258-9555. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you soon.